just need to make sure that they don't lose focus, they don't lose their kind of direction on this track. Make sure they're pointing in the right direction the whole time.
Yeah, with this with the track being about 3.5 kilometers long, yeah, we definitely see those times almost at the 2-minute mark. But yeah, really good stuff seen from Adam.
Leon Penn looking inside of Jamie Goodall here. Gonna have to back out of it. Another wide run from Luke McCohen.
Yeah, so far, yeah, Jamie Goodall really trying to get back to Luke McCohen, even though he's in a different class, still going for it. Looks like Jamie's going inside.
I think that's a slowdown for Luke.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think with that change of direction, with him going wide out of there right before the back straightaway, I think he had a slowdown.
Yeah, looks like he just keeps on going wide on turn 12 there.
And it's gonna end up costing him several places, so we'll see Leon get a spot here, get a jump forward, and have to see how far that goes for.
But now Luke McCohen is definitely gonna try to make up those spots and the time that he's lost already.
Leon Penn looking inside
like
of
too wide. Yep, too wide coming into the turn 1 there. Leon finally getting that pass done on Jamie there. Now he's just all pace, try to catch up to the leaders. But Adam really checking out there.
There's a lot to lose for both of those drivers. I think playing nice and being careful here is probably for the best for both of their healths. Leon is leading. Jamie Goodall is probably going to lead the points with Sergio not showing up today. So we'll have to see where that all lands.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Sergio was a really fast driver for the in class, and just not being today, he could have did a good performance day in front of Rui and Jamie, then he would have won the championship for sure.
With the gap expanding between Adam, it looks like he's stretched out his legs a little bit, starting to breathe slightly and relax a little bit. This AM class doesn't really have that luxury right now, do they?
No, everyone's bunched up there.
Daniel Pohl's squeezing a nose underneath Steve Hannon there. He will back out of it, but he's definitely keeping the pressure on him, reminding him that he's there. See kind of where this leads with these AM drivers. They spread out a little bit, about a half second between each one.
Yeah, and then we got Matt Corona catching up to Dim Bryan. I think the gap was about a second. Now it's down to about 3 tenths right now, coming in through the back straight, coming into the final chicane here.
So here's the question: if you're Matt Caruana, do you fight with Matt Bryan, or do you settle in behind him? Oh, never mind. I think he's going to answer that question for us as he looks inside of him coming out of the final corner.
Yeah, he's going to look for that toe coming into T1. I think he's going to go for the move here. Right, Matt Bryan looking to defend, taking the inside line. But looks like, yeah, so far really trying to defend that right there. But yep, there you go. Matt Corona takes makes the move done and takes position 2 from Matt Bryan.
Leon Penn, Luke McCohen seem to be battling up here as well, back and forth. Rui Piñeiro we're checking on. He is our current possible leader for the AM class. So we see him fighting here with Ray Peasley a little bit, trying to run down Mark Southgate, excuse me. So I think looking at points, I think Rui has to catch Jamie. He has to pass Jamie this race. He cannot let Jamie win this race, or Jamie wins the championship. And while he does have a little bit of breathing room on Daniel, falling too far behind Daniel could cost him as well. So Steve Hannon keeping himself there close to Jamie Goodall, but it is kind of all on Jamie's shoulders to stay clean.
Yeah, the only thing that Jamie has to do is just finish in front of Rui, and he should be able to get enough points to win the AM championship. But as of now, also for Adam Southgate, already leading, he's going to be about 16 points underneath Leon. At this time, it might be enough to be, so far, possibly winning there.
Yeah,
but
with the double
Matt Corona does definitely have something to say about it.
Yeah. It's close. It's going to be very, very close at the pro level. These guys are not particularly far apart on this. So Adam Southgate does need an extremely good finish to win here. He does have a bit of a gap to make up on Leon Penn. Matt Caruana has a little bit smaller gap, and if he can keep Leon back there in that position, him winning the race might be enough for him to win this championship. So we'll see that gap between him and Adam Southgate. It's not getting any bigger. It's not getting much smaller, but it's not getting any bigger either. So we'll hopefully see a little bit more battling up there soon.
Yeah, not really the best seasons for Adam. He has not won a race, I believe, but he's been doing really good results, which is able to keep him up in the points for up into the points. But being 16 points behind Leon, he's really gonna have to hope that Leon does not get a good result, and he's gonna try to go for that race win, of course.
It's weird to think that Matt and Adam are just hoping that the cars behind them are able to stay up there and stay in contention because they need them to. They need them to stay there and keep them between Leon and Adam and Matt. So, still some close fighting here in the M class. Steve Hannon's right there with his teammate, but if you're Steve Hannon, do you go full Nico Rosberg? Do you go for the pass? Or do you just kind of settle in and follow along with your teammate and let him have that buffer of you between him and Daniel Cole?
Well, Steve Hannon's not really up in contention for the points, but honestly, if he can make the move clean and not really harm his teammates' chances of winning the championship, then that's fine, honestly. But he's got to be really careful and not fight too hard with Jamie there.
They do have a breathing room on Daniel, but a really bad race for them could be enough for a big mistake or a big error that puts Jamie out of the race. Could put Daniel in contention to win this championship, or Rui if he's able to catch up towards Daniel a little bit.
Yeah, we do have the fast pairs, but of course that will make you lose a lot of time. So you're really gonna hope if you do use it. Unfortunately, of course, no one wants to use that at all, but it's always a possibility there.
Oh, so we see.
Oh, we got Leon going wide.
Oh, we got Leon Penn. Excuse me, that was Leon Penn.
Yeah, Leon and Matt. I think Leon was just following the line of Matt there, and just both of them went a little wide, going really fast to that final chicane. You can see both of them already. Yeah, you can see both of them already pushing really hard.
Replay here.
Mr. Peasley here.
Peasley might have touched. Oh, just kind of caught out by the Ferrari there. Good job getting it under control. Kind of kept it off the wall. Hopefully it doesn't slide into the tire barriers, but he's going to get it wrangled back up, get himself back on track. Seems to be fine now.
Yeah, that's all right. Still a little too fast coming in.
Matt Caruana continuing to hold steady with Adam Southgate, about 2.3 seconds back. So I don't know if Adam has just relaxed a little bit, if he feels like he has breathing room right now, or if they're still both pushing as hard as they can. We'll have to see a little later on to this race. I know Matt's pushing as hard as he can, so we'll have to see if Adam is doing the same right now.
No, so far, Adams, I think he's just still really go for it. He lets his guard down. Then I think it's just too early to really let your guard down.
Even for one lap.
Yeah, that gap can still reduce possibly underneath 2 seconds, and if you keep on relaxing yourself, and the competitor from behind gains a tenth every lap, then they're going to be on you in about like 20 laps. And with having this race being so long, they can definitely be able to make that and just be able to battle, which will not look too well.
Yeah, we're just coming up on 15 minutes into the race so far. Holding steady where everybody is. Definitely seeing the pace difference between these top three, who are generally holding themselves right up on top of Adam Southgate, to Luke and Leon a little bit further back there. They've been kind of battling throughout the race, so that's part of the time they've lost for sure. Things have spread out a little bit in the M class as well, with Jamie finally pulling about a second on his teammate Steve Hannon. Daniel falling about 2.5 seconds behind, but Jamie is in that BMW. Does drink a lot of fuel. Lamborghini might be a little better off, so we'll have to see how they end up doing in that regard.
Yeah, definitely too early to go for pits, but of course, when time comes, it'll be interesting to see the extra strategies that each driver will decide to take.
Ooh, Matt Dembride very tight on that inside corner. Unique line. You can't be slow around a corner if you just skip it completely, right?
Yeah, of course.
Matt Caruana kind of settling in here. He's running consistently good laps. I mean, within a tenth of his best lap so far. Adam Southgate is starting to definitely stretch his legs and the Ford's legs a little and spread out that gap. Another half second or so now after a couple of laps. But we'll just continue watching them. Matt Dembride might have had an incident there. He's falling way behind a little bit. He just went off track slightly, or what happened, but back down to about 4.5 seconds back, almost 5 seconds back. So
yeah, I think we'll keep on seeing what happens really during this fight. But Steve Hannon still sticking behind Jamie Goodall.
Right there. He's right there on his teammate. It doesn't take much. It's about 0.8 of a second for the draft to begin picking up in iRacing. So we'll see Steve get that draft going into the first corner, coming down that front straightaway, coming down this back straightaway to have that chance at his teammate. But as you said, we talked about Steve's not really in a point. So he's going to definitely make sure that his pass on his teammate's going to be clear before he makes a move.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think so far of course his biggest threat is Rui. But of course, Daniel can be a threat as well. So if Jamie decides to go for pass, possibly, he's going to really not try to hold him up because he wants to keep that gap between him, Jamie, keeping that gap between himself and from Daniel as well.
So we're getting about a third of the way through this first run. We're starting to see the lap times slow down just a little bit. Not too much, but just as the tires get past their best point and into the kind of comfortable groove that these tires are going to find. He's right up there now. Steve Hannon's right up on top of Jamie Goodall. And we see the line difference between the two cars, but Steve being in that Ferrari, he can be a little bit more aggressive on the inside of the corners. Mid-engine car turns around a little better. The BMW has to take the lines a little wider.
Yeah, so far I'm just looking at the times between each other. See if we can get a lap comparison. So far, Steve went 3/10 faster than Jamie last time around. So, so far Steve has really shown a little bit better pace here. But if he can catch up to him, then maybe who knows what will happen.
It does look like, looking at the lap times for Jamie this last lap versus his fastest lap so far in the race, he's definitely fallen off a little harder. Being that 7/10 off now. So we'll have to see if he can kind of get his mojo back and get back into pace. Steve's starting to breathe down his neck, and Daniel's holding steady there about 3 seconds back, a little over 3 seconds back. So don't count him out at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Still a good fast driver there. But look between Matt trying to catch up to Adam. Adam's gone so far 4/10 faster than Matt last time around. So really, Matt just not really seeing that pace that he's been really wanting to get out of Adam there. But it looks like the Ford really is excelling here at the Nurburgring. So it's really good stuff to see.
The Ford has some strange tracks where it goes from the worst car on the VRS grid to the best car on the GT grid. So we will.
Yeah, didn't you guys do Bathurst with the Ford once?
We did do Bathurst with the Ford. We don't talk about that. I never even got to drive the car, if I'm honest.
Unfortunate.
But I have run leagues and stuff in the Ford. I do very much enjoy this car. It's a good car, and it is very quirky. I think that's the best word I can give it. It has a kind of a strange style of driving. It doesn't drive like the other GT3s. It's officially, I think, the term they use, a prototype. It never actually existed. The GT3 version never actually existed. It did race in GT1, it did race in GT2, but it never did actually race in GT3. So, kind of a unique take on these groups of cars that are all brand new or realistic GT3s. It being a little bit more out there is an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely there. Yeah, I have not driven the Ford, and I do not tend to. Don't want to touch something at all.
Do not blame you. It doesn't drive right. The suspension's wonky.
Yeah, I'd imagine not.
The traction controls.
Oh, looks like we got a pass from Luke going on Matt Bryan. Now he's back into P3 there.
So Luke has started to put his foot down, close on Matt Bryan there. Got around him now, kind of continuing to push. His lap times on Matt are not slow, so it's definitely Luke picking up his pace and starting to finally find his groove here around the Nurburgring GP. But we'll see. As you can see, his lap times are very quick. The previous lap was his fastest lap, 1:40.54.2.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fastest lap of the race there. So really good stuff out of him.
Yeah, so McCone down Bryan, you see he was consistently closing the gap, and then that final lap that he passed him, he gained almost 2 full seconds that lap. So Pretty impressively quick lap. Dan Bright's still there, but we'll see if he can do anything about that. Leon Penn beginning to fall back a little further now. Starting to really struggle here. Is this an Audi issue, you think? Is this possibly just the Audi struggling around this circuit?
It is a decent possibility. I think. So actually, yeah, Lucas Hamilton coming to the pits right now.
Oh, that's true. 5th place from the AM class has pulled into the pits for I assume his first stop. He may be doing a bit of an undercut here, keeping the tank full throughout the race.
Oh, he actually stopped about like 10 spots behind his
Oh no!
pit box and tow. So, do you think it's possible fuel issue there?
Qualifying fuel issue, maybe? It is.
Oh my gosh!
Did Luke McCowan? I just missed it.
Luke McCowan just disconnected from the. Yeah, we've got Luke McCowan and Lucas Hamilton disconnecting from the session here. Oh my god! This changes up everything.
That does make a big change. So.
Wow.
That puts Luke McCowan out of the race, which gives Leon Penn a chance here. That might actually leave enough spaces, a narrow enough gap between Leon Penn and Adam Southgate that he can actually come back or Matt Caruana. So now I think we're in a must-win situation for Caruana. He has to catch Adam Southgate. He has to win this race. He needs the distance to Leon Penn, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, looking at Luke McCowan now, he wasn't in the chance to win the race. I mean, to really win the championship, but that does give another position to Leon there, and hopefully that he can just really try to get that positions back towards Matt and Adam, which is his biggest threats, really.
So right now, the only scenario where Matt Caruana wins this race, or wins this championship, is if he beats Leon Penn and Leon Penn finishes 4th. That is the only scenario where he wins this race. Matt Caruana has to win the race, and Leon Penn has to finish 4th.
Yeah, only being 2 spots. It's not
Otherwise, that's it. The gap between points between 1st and 3rd is only 5. So even with double points, it won't be enough. So it is actually extremely important right now. Now, in regards to that, looking at the AM class, we have a gap there between the AM drivers. Real quick. So Rui and Jamie are only 1 point apart. Daniel Pohl is about 16 points behind the lead. So he does need a much better race than Rui. He is ahead of Rui, and it might be enough for Daniel Pohl over Rui right now. It's close. Jamie Goodall might be in a scenario right now where he can win the race. We have an incident here with Tristan Rosier.
So he possibly overcooks it into T1 here?
Yeah, it looks like he got on that.
Just a bit.
Yeah. So
a bit too fast coming in.
A good wrangle up from him there.
Yeah, a little bit of a half spin there.
We talked about it before the race. Turn 1 is not a friendly turn. It's very difficult. It can be extremely challenging and very unforgiving. So.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, obviously downhill braking coming into a really off-camber right turn, hairpin really. So it's a really weird type of turn 1 scenario.
So a big mix-up here in the event, here in the session with Luke McCowan pulling out of the race. Plus some kind of technical issue maybe, or an emergency, so we hope everything is okay with him. But now we are in a scenario where Adam Southgate will win the championship currently? No, excuse me.
No. Leon will.
Adam Southgate cannot win the championship. There is no scenario here, now that Luke McCowan is out, where Leon Penn falls far enough behind that he can win the championship. So Adam Southgate cannot win. He can take away 2nd place, but he cannot win the championship. So now it is all up to Matt Caruana to take this championship in the final race.
Yeah, most definitely. If something happens to Leon and Matt, he's got to finish in front of both those two, and both those have to really possibly even like a DNF. Then that's his only way. But I think if all 3 of those drivers do finish, there's no way for Adam to really win this.
So as of right now, Jamie Goodall will win the championship. Looks like with the current standing. So Jamie Goodall will win the championship. Daniel Pohl would finish, I believe, 3rd. I think Rui would take 2nd. Yeah, it would be very close, but it would still be Rui for sure.
Yeah, but hey, I think it's a little too early to call the shots. We still have about a little over an hour left of racing, so a lot
Definitely
can
agree with
still
that.
happen.
Mhm. Over an hour left in this race. Definitely a lot to happen. Oh, here we go. Ray Peasley.
Yeah, now looking back at Ray Peasley again. Coming into looks like the turn
Yeah,
11.
too much
Yep,
curb.
just too much curve there, and just
Same place as
looks.
last time. I think same place as last time. That curb is starting to take a chunk out of Ray Peasley, I think.
Yeah.
Still tight up here at the top. Jamie Goodall, Steve Hannon, only about a half a second apart. Steve is not letting him get away even a little bit.
No, but just been really just relaxed in his
Mhm.
slipstream. I think Steve Hannon definitely has the might have the pace to really make the move, but I think he is just staying behind him.
Mhm.
But yeah, just really similar lap times, about tenths of lap time, just separating between each other. So
Yeah, so
really
definitely
good
staying on top of each
pace.
other.
We got Matt DeBryan asking for a safety car. I like
We
that.
could see one. We could see one.
Who knows? Who knows at this point? Got 11 races left, and then we got Ray Peasley coming to the pit stop. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh wow!
I can't tell if that's a missed braking point or if that's on purpose.
I'm not sure, but massively. But
I
I
mean,
think
credit to him. That might be one of the coolest drifts I've seen in iRacing.
it's on purpose. I think he was just done
I think
because
I think it looks like the end of the race for him.
yeah, he's gone. He's gone for session, so
Okay.
I think that's on
Ray
purpose.
Peasley has given up. The Nurburgring has taken another soul. We will continue to watch.
It has. Yeah, another thing I want to say about the Nurburgring as well. It's such an amazing track that hosts so many series
Hmm.
and has so many different layouts. We have Formula One, that was newest one so far, come back. The Eiffel Grand Prix. We've got DTM. We've had visitors of the WEC. We also have Rallycross here as well, which is really cool to see.
Why don't we have that
Then
yet in iRacing?
tons. I think is it not in there or no?
There is no
No.
Nurburgring rallycross. That'd be amazing.
I thought it was supposed to be added, but I guess not. But yeah, lots of good series around here. Really, I really like this track a lot. Just
Hmm.
really, just the type of stuff you can do. And of course, we have the famous longest track in the world, the Nordschleife, which the 24 is coming up this weekend for iRacing, and the real one will be in June, I believe, or in May.
I think it's coming up fairly soon, is it not? Is it June?
I don't know. Gotta make sure. We'll look that up.
It is June. Good call.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Thursday, June 3rd for this year.
Mhm.
I don't know if they moved it back or. Usually the iRacing schedule tends to match the real world schedule, so I'm not sure if there was a rescheduling due to everything going on in the world or what happened. So,
Yeah,
Jimmy
as
Goodall
we
and
see.
Steve Hannon so close together, about 2 seconds apart now. Adam Southgate has stretched his legs out to about a 6-second gap over Matt Caruana. So
Yeah, it
we'll
looks
see.
like. Yeah, I was gonna say Steve Hannon's really let off the gas. Made a massive mistake.
Definitely fallen back a little bit, so we'll see if he can kind of reel Jamie back in if Jamie decides to start slowing down. But he has set his fastest lap of the race so far in this previous lap, so we'll continue watching them and seeing if anything changes.
Yeah, definitely. But seeing Adam doing the low 54s, it's just really him able to open up the gap. We're looking at Leon here, about a 3.5-second gap between himself and Matt DeBryan. He's really going to try to go faster than that. He's got to dip into the 54s to really get any type of pace to catch up to the top two. But yeah, really so far, as is, it's
Now here's a question.
close.
You know, are Adam Southgate and Matt Caruana on the same team?
Macarona and Adam Southgate?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. Yes, they
I think
are.
they're on the same team.
Yeah, it looks like they
If
just
you're Adam
went.
Southgate, do you slow down and let your teammate win the championship? That's a tough one, isn't it? But do you let your teammate catch up to you and win the championship if you're new?
I mean, it's basically like the like a Schumacher and Rubens Barrichello, and how the swaps there. I remember gave Schumacher the race win, but
In a scenario like this where it matters completely, where it's everything, it's the most important part.
because P1 is worth 50 points, correct?
20. Yeah, it'll be 50 points this race.
Yes.
So P4 is worth a total of 36 points, which would be a 14-point difference, which would be enough to put Matt Caruana in the points. Oh, we see Jamie Goodall off the track in the carousel, or down in the stadium section. He's trying to rejoin here. Stephen Hannon will take the lead of the race. Daniel Pohl catching up as well. He may get around Jamie here. Maybe side by side going up.
Ooh, coming right into the.
Oh, excuse me. I was a little turned around.
Turn
now
7.
they're going. Yeah, now they're going to the stadium section.
Yeah. Now they're going. Yeah. Now in turn 7 there. Now, yeah, it looks like
that's a big change right there. Daniel Pohl taking over second place. Steve Hannon taking the lead. So Jamie may have just made a mistake big enough. No, he just needs to finish in front of Root. As long as he finishes in front of Root, then he wins.
Yeah.
But that's worrying to see him make a mistake like that, for sure.
But as of now, looks like I think Daniel will actually be possibly P2 if he keeps on. Then, yes. Well, P2 in the standings.
Oh, in the championship. Yeah.
I think so, possibly. But looking at the Tristan Rozier again.
Incident with
coming,
Tristan Rozier.
Yeah, coming into looks like the turn 7.
Yeah, turn 7.
A little too hot.
Just a little bit too much.
Yeah, a little too much of the speed down there. That's what we said. Same before.
The Lamborghini in its short time in iRacing has made itself known as a bit of a widowmaker. It's not a particularly stable car to drive. Very fast, very fun, but can be tricky at times. So a little bit too much, and it will take your head off.
Yeah, exactly.
So we see Jamie Goodall. Now, we need to talk about tire wear. Because as we get later into this race, we're going to see a big issue of drivers wearing their tires down. And Jamie Goodall just did a number on his. So, do we see him take tires for sure now? As we're closing in on an hour left.
I think the first pit stop, no. But second one, I think he will.
Okay. So
yeah, because it looks like he's suffering the pace a little bit here because Daniel has already pulled a 1.5 second gap from him. So don't know if that is a tire wear or what.
Matt Caruana has just run his fastest lap of the race, and it was a 1/10 of a second faster than Adam Southgate. So he may be starting to reel him in slowly. We'll see if that forward begins to fall off a little later in the race.
Yeah, then he's also got the hopefully wish for a Bottas pit stop from Adam for Matt there to really see if he can pull up the gap.
Matt needs to see Adam get a Russell pit stop.
Even perhaps Hamilton 2018 this time.
Hamilton 2018, there you go.
Yeah,
another incident from Pinheiro.
Really, actually.
This could be important.
Possibly.
Going into just gets it under a little out of control, but he gets it wrapped back up again.
Yeah, we've already seen a driver already do that before to have a little spin coming out of the Mercedes-Benz stadium section.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of a lethal corner there, looks like.
Well, right after Matt Caruana made a good lap, he immediately follows up by 0.6 off of Adam Southgate's pace. So gonna need to work a little harder than that to catch back up. Definitely, you can see he's taking every inch of the track. He's pushing it as hard as he possibly can. We'll see if it goes anywhere. Daniel Pohl running his fastest lap of the race, 1:55.641. That was
really good.
3 seconds faster than Jamie.
Yeah, it's actually pro class pace. So really impressive stuff done by the young driver.
And that's 1.4 seconds out of Steve Hannon's lead too. So we'll see the young driver kind of continuing towards the front, kind of charging back up. The Lamborghini seems to have found its pace now. Both him and Matt Caruana hitting their fastest laps in the last couple of laps. Yeah,
that's the thing with Steve right now. He's getting a little too complacent, I think, with that huge gap. So I mean, not that huge, but still 5 seconds, a little bit.
Only about 4 laps before Daniel will be all over the top of him. So we'll see if that continues, if the trend continues.
But yeah, pulling out 2.5 seconds from Steve there is a really big deal.
Coming back around, Schumacher is here for Matt Caruana. Gonna see if he can continue to reel in Adam, or if Adam's gonna open the gap up that bit further.
Yeah, so far he's been having a boring race so far, just all by himself really. I mean, he's able to pull back from his poor start from the beginning, But right now, it's really good stuff
Still a
from
little
him.
slower than Adam, but only a couple of tenths this time. So just a little bit of bleeding still. We'll have to see if Matt can kind of reel him back in.
Yeah, most definitely.
Daniel pushing to the limit. Try and catch up to Steve Hannon here. Previous lap 157.043 for Steve Hannon. He's going to bump to 156.0, so definitely picking the pace back up again. 156.6 for Daniel, so a couple of mistakes going to cost him a little bit of time here on Steve. He'll have to make that back up a little bit. But you can see, like right there, he's been slowly making, losing a little progress, but made a lot of it back by that one lap.
Yeah, he's still going to be trying to push really hard, try to get back into the tail. But so far, get a little catch-up battle between Daniel and Steve.
The Ferrari is notorious for being unwieldy at moments as well, so Steve will have to keep his horse kind of reined in here. The prancing horse can be temperamental.
Not going to the below the 1 hour mark. We might be actually seeing pit stops sometime soon. Actually, I think.
Now they do have 2 mandatory pit stops, so these drivers will be required to stop at least twice more. So we will see how far they decide to go on this first fuel stop before they pit, because they will have to pit at least one more time. But
and looks like possibly Tristan was actually the first one to blink.
Tristan Rozier into the pits. Going to come in for his first fuel stop. Excuse me.
Yeah, looks like maybe the time to for people to start passing.
Oh, Adam Southgate 154.353, continuing to push as hard as he can.
Yeah, he really is.
Matt Caruana's right on top of him, 154.469. So these guys are both pushing very, very hard, over a second faster than the third place car, Matt Bryan. Oh, he's made a little pace back up. He's about a half second off now. And he's continuing to push away from Leon if he can. There's still not a lot of gap between Adam and Matt. It is there for sure, but it's nickels and dimes for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, so far really good, really fast lap times out of Adam. He's not slowing down at all. That just shows he's really trying at the pace. So, to be honest, I don't know. To answer your question from before, I'm not really sure if Adam will. If he's not really allowing his teammates really, or Matt to really catch up to him. So, I don't know.
It's going to come down to a lot of that's going to be a question for the final lap to see what happens. Matt Caruana continuing to push as hard as he can to get up to Adam, but
yeah, at this time, I don't think Adam knows and Matt know that if Matt gets to win here, then he can win championship. But I don't think Adam knows that. That's why he's just keep on pushing.
Looks like Caruana continuing to pull away from Dan Bryan ever so slightly, lap by lap. You're okay.
Yeah, look back at Daniel here. He's that's dropped the pace just a tiny bit. Now he's 6.5 away from Steve, so it's definitely not what he wants. So hopefully he can pick up the pace later on
we
into
have
the
2 full
race.
pit stops. A lot of time can be made up during those.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, we still haven't seen the all the pit stops yet.
An hour and a half's a pretty good long time on a set of tires, but we may see some drivers go for it for the sake of just making a little bit of extra time up. You know, you will get faster lap times with fresh tires, but is it worth the time lost in the pit?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Matt Caruana making up 13 1,000ths that lap. The downfall of Adam Southgate has begun. Getting closer to the halfway point during this race.
Yeah, which so we'll definitely be seeing those. We're about lap 19, coming into lap 20. Looks like we might be coming into the pits because Mark Southgate is coming in for his pit stop. So possibly you might see the whole all the competitors coming for their pit stops.
Yeah, Mark Southgate coming into the pits. We'll probably see cars peeling off here shortly.
We got Adam going through the Michael Schumacher races. See if he's going to be another one to blink and coming to the pits as well. and I think Matt will be at the oblige possibly, and
Oh, excuse
hopefully
me.
catch
So
up.
2 pit stops are not mandatory. They're saying that they should be required to make the race. But if these drivers could stretch another 7 minutes, they could make it the rest of the way.
Okay, so then one mandatory basically.
Correct. One mandatory at least, but they are saying that you should need. Oh, Adam Southgate blinks. Adam
There he
Southgate into
goes,
the pit lane. We'll see if
and I
Matt
think
Caruana follows him in. I think he
yeah,
is.
I think this will trigger the whole field coming in.
Yep, Matt Caruana. So they're going to begin to fade into the pit lane here. Tough pit lane to get into. They can make a mistake there.
Here's the issue: we have 15 minutes left of his 60% tank. I mean, fuel limit of a tank. I don't
I
think
don't
they can
think they
make
can
it.
make it on one more stop. On
No,
just
with
this
the one stop.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
If they're
they
having to
do
blink
stop.
this early, then that's another 10 or 12 minutes of fuel they'll need at the
Okay.
end. So
Yeah. Here's the
Matt
thing as
Caruana
well.
getting to his pit box.
With having probably like most likely like about 10 minutes left in the race when they
Cheap Van,
pit.
Daniel Pohl into the pits as well.
Yeah. So everyone coming in for their stops.
Now, if I'm not wrong, Jamie Goodall has fallen off very hard. Do we have any idea what's going on there? Did he damage something during that incident? I didn't see him hit anything.
I don't necessarily think so. No.
But his pace has fallen off pretty hard. We'll see our current points at Pinheiro coming out. Adam Southgate out of the pit, so is Matt Caruana, right on top of each other. So still only about 7 seconds apart. Matt Bryan exiting the pit lane as well. This is still very, very close. But it looks like everybody's come out about the same overall positions that they
Yeah,
were
most likely.
originally.
Yeah, no one wanted to bet for the overcut undercard maybe. So it looks like they just went to the their last drops of fuel and just went to the pits.
Steve Hannon will come out of the pits first.
Yep, in front of Jamie there. And I think Daniel will definitely
I think Daniel's
pass
like
Jamie in the pits as well. Should be.
I think Daniel and Jamie both took tires, possibly.
Not sure. Look at Jamie. Didn't look like his car went up. So I think it's just really long fuel up.
Yeah, those are both very long pit stops for both Jamie and Daniel. Daniel's still in the pits right now.
Actually, yeah, that seems way
That's
too long.
very,
Honestly.
very long pit stop. Daniel is moving now. I don't see if we had damage to be repaired.
I'm not entirely sure.
But Daniel is back out of the pits now, but he did lose about 25, 30 seconds. So
Yeah,
maybe just forgot. You did two tires?
I'm not sure, but Jamie did pass him. But yeah, no, possibly I think because Daniel with a 53-second pit stop
Yeah, that's got to be
definitely hurt him. Yeah, but right now Mark Southgate actually moves up to P2.
So here's the question though: we're looking at an hour and a half on a worn track on one set of tires. Are these drivers going to struggle a lot later in the session? And did Daniel just pull what seems like a mistake now could be a huge gain later on as his tires stay fresh?
It's a possibility. I think the second pit stop tire change is out the window now because you're going to be stopping with about probably like 10 minutes left in the race.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't make any sense
then,
at that point to take.
Yeah, I don't think even 10 minutes. I think probably like 5 minutes they would have to pit for the last couple of laps because how close it's going to be.
But as we get much later into this set, are we going to see these cars begin to fall off even more heavily on their lap times?
It's a possibility if they keep on pushing how it is, but with track temperatures only being about 24 degrees, actually decreasing because of the sunset of the Nurburgring. I think the tires towards the end could be survivable, but maybe the near tires will be somewhat faster.
Mm-hmm.
But with Daniel being about appears to be about 9 seconds from Jamie. Yeah, and then probably like another 8 to Mark. I'm not really sure what will happen there. I don't know if that's gonna be enough time for him to really make up the pace, but I don't think it was possibly worth it.
We will see later in the race, but I would generally agree with you that I don't think tires are worth it in a race like this, but it is still a mini enduro. And it is still, we've already seen Jamie make some big mistakes. We've seen a couple other drivers make big mistakes. So for these amateur drivers that are kind of still getting their footing in these cars, it may matter. It may matter to have that extra bit of stability and that extra bit of speed.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. With Mark Southgate now in P2, we've actually seen him come into the play a little bit here. I think right now, provisionally, he will be P2 for the championship. So I think him being in front of only about 2 points behind Daniel, he
Okay.
could be P2 here. Well, maybe P3 possibly.
So for Daniel to get himself back into the podium for the championship, he needs to catch up to Mark Southgate in the next 45 minutes.
I think the only way he's gonna really pull this off is have a AM class win. I think, and then have Jamie Goodall have the maybe be P4 and below. I think that's really the only way for him to really do this.
Yeah.
But
I don't think
I'm not really sure.
I think generally Daniel is probably not in a position to win the championship for sure,
No.
but he will jump Sergio Vieira in the points here. So now it just
Yeah.
comes down to him beating Mark Southgate for that final podium position
Mhm.
between
Yeah.
himself, Rio, or between him and himself, or between him and Mark, because Rui and Jamie will probably be your top two for this championship, one way or the other.
Yeah. I'm not sure. But of course, Sergio is still in the battle as well for the points technically. Because he could
Yeah,
upset
he'll
the
be
podium finishers for the there.
think no matter what, Daniel will get, what does he need? 22 points. Unless Daniel finished 10th or below, he would still pass. Which I don't think is possible, with there only being 6 rounds. So he will get
Yeah.
at least, Daniel will get at least 30 points for this race by
Okay.
finishing.
Yeah.
So
So then that'll be just enough to squeak by.
yeah, Adam Southgate
Sergio.
continuing to space out a little bit on Matt Caruana, a little bit at a time, tenths and tenths, but it is starting to add up to an almost 8-second lead for Adam Southgate in this pro class for the final race of the SRE GT3 League season. But still have a long way to go. We're about halfway now. See if they can get themselves, if Matt can kind of find his groove here and run him back down.
Yeah. So just in that halfway mark, it's been extremely difficult for Matt. Seeing how Adam just checked out really is just I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna see if something happens down the road that will hopefully close down that gap. But so far, it's really looking like Adam just running away with this.
Yeah, now it's just coming down to him staying steady and staying on track. Matt has run a good race. He's been consistent. He's kind of keeping himself near Matt, but unless Matt makes a big, or excuse me, near Adam, but unless Adam makes a mistake, obviously.
Definitely. I'm taking a look at Tristan Rosier. I think we might have possibly replay of this as well, but I think I saw him possibly go into the wall a little bit.
Yeah,
Here it is.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's out of
just caught
turn
that out.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, oh.
Ooh.
But it's such a
Right.
difficult area of the track because the only fast line is over the grass, and
Yeah.
it can just pull you off the circuit.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too much coming to the right, a little too much understeer, and just really trying to pull back on, just really made the car a little bit loose. But
A good recovery on his part, but
Yeah.
unfortunately less.
yeah, definitely. Possibility he might come into the pits possibly for maybe some wheel damage because it looked like just the whole right side just came
Yeah.
contact kind of hard. So
We'll see if he can
Who
keep
knows?
himself on pace. If not, he may come in and pit. If he can make it another probably 5 or so minutes, he will probably be able to make it on fuel, so it may be worth the time then to go ahead and come and do your pit stop.
yeah, I think Tristan's fine losing like probably a second per lap with the damage
Yeah,
because him
Just
being
not have to pit twice.
yeah, and also him being in the final position of the race as well.
Yeah, now
That's
it's for
just-
him. Any big incidents will be the jump for him. Now,
Yeah,
Jamie Goodall has closed almost 2 seconds on, or excuse me, Daniel has closed 2 seconds on Jamie. So it is getting close right there. Daniel continues to keep himself at pace from them. Yeah, you can see 1.5 seconds between Jamie and Daniel there.
Yeah, I'm really trying to catch up there, so that's really good stuff.
He's going to have to work a little harder than that, if I'm honest, to keep Daniel behind him, and we don't know if he'll be able to do that. Now, this doesn't have a huge implications for Jamie's race, except for he will only be... Hang on, let me think here. So he'll go from third. He will win the championship by 1 point if he can stay ahead of Rui.
Jamie?
Yes. If Daniel catches him and passes him and he finishes 4th. Now,
wow, all right.
Daniel needs to catch Mark Southgate. If he can catch Mark Southgate, then he can take his 3rd position on the podium and be, in that final spot for the championship.
Okay. So, yeah, just really a fight for later down the road, honestly. So far, just everyone's kind of doing their own thing, cruising around. Some people getting a little too relaxed and having a couple of incidents. So, but yeah, it's kind of relaxing a little bit. Still trying to be fast, of course. So far, we've only got Adam Southgate dipping his toes into the 1 minute 54s. So, still trying to push as much as he can.
I have personally found it that I'm more comfortable at the limit. I don't like driving my car a little slower because I usually make mistakes on it, be it turning in too earlier or hitting a curve or something like that.
Yeah.
He may be finding it easier to keep himself at his kind of peak pace and keep himself pushing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mark Southgate's getting closed up on here by the Jamie Goodall and Daniel Pohl, holding each other about 8 seconds apart, but Jamie is closing on Mark pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was about 6 seconds last my check, and now it's 4.5. So hopefully he's gonna hope that he can take that 2nd place from Southgate, and then maybe try to get on the charge to Steve there. But yeah, with Jamie coming off really wide into the turn 15, right before the pit stops, really just messed him up really, really bad. That's why he's lost about 2 positions and about 30 seconds to Steve.
Yeah, definitely cost him time. We're less than 40 minutes to go left in the race. He is definitely catching up to Mark Southgate pretty quickly. Still pulling about 2/10 on Daniel each lap, so we'll see the last couple of laps. So that gap will hold as it is right now. But we've seen JB make big mistakes. We have not seen Daniel yet make a mistake, and I don't want to caster's curse him, but oh god.
Don't say anything. Did you just do it?
I think I just caster cursed him.
You just did it.
Okay,
Oh
good
my God.
recovery from him. I feel terrible now. Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna stop talking about anybody I like now.
Oh no. What have you done? Can't believe you've done this to him. He's just a little kid. You didn't have to do it like that to him. Jesus Christ.
I'm murdering little kids with my caster's abilities.
Stop, he's already dead.
For black magic. Oh my god, stop. He's already dead.
I know.
Yeah,
Unfortunate
he only
for
lost
Daniel
about
there.
5 seconds. I feel better knowing he only lost about 5 seconds. But
yeah, but look at Jamie. Wow, really closing up the gap to Mark there.
yeah, definitely his kind of seems to be getting close to where he needs to be.
Yeah. Really good stuff coming up. There. Oh, looks like Matt actually taking a little adventure through the gravel trap of the Latch Cane.
That's a questionable line through that area, but if it works, it works.
Yeah, definitely slowed down for him, but doesn't help him of his attempt to try and capture Adam, so it just makes Adam get more time out of it. So Adam will say thank you for that, and I'll just keep going my merry way.
Matt continuing to push as hard as he can, but Adam just too steady, too consistent in that forward, has pulled out a pretty impressive gap up there at the front. The pros have completely spread out. About 6 seconds between Matt, Dan Bryan, and Leon Penn, about 12 seconds between Carroll and Dan Bryan. And Southgate with that 10-second lead.
Wow.
God, he's
See
taking
Matt? Yeah, I was going to say, he just mounted that curve insanely there. He's driving with the passion there, and that
Yeah.
might be possibly an issue.
The testament to how
Jump
tough
car.
these GT3 cars are, how much punishment they can take.
Yeah, but he got really lucky missing his brake
Mm.
mark coming into the last chicane. If he did that into Yokohama or even possibly the coming into turn 7 as well, maybe much bigger of a consequence for him. But
Could be a much bigger issue.
oh yeah, definitely. But so far, him's not getting any type of damage with the little adventure he had. That was right. Wow! Already, look at that. We got Jamie Goodall already on the back of Mark Southgate.
Now it is important for Jamie right here. He has the championship in the bag. So he doesn't. He needs to be very careful of the decision he makes, because if he makes a bad mistake and causes an incident, it could cost him his champion. You can see he's being very timid.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is not a chicane that you pass in. The GP, sure, but not the fast one.
There's just not enough room for the two cars there.
Not at all. But yeah, look at that. Mark Southgate at 2 seconds faster than Mark right now with the draft. He's gonna be looking towards the inside here. See if he can pull a move coming into turn 1.
Doesn't look like
coming
Southgate's
two
gonna
abreast.
get too much of a
Hard on the
fight
brakes.
out.
Yeah, and it looks like definitely not.
It'll
It
leave
looks
the
like
inside line.
Jamie can get the move done and go to P2 in his class and hopefully try to chase down Steve there. But with a 30 seconds gap to Steve, it's not looking
Looks
too
like
too
may
big.
have this one. If he can keep his nose clean, we'll have this one in the bag.
Most definitely.
It looks like we're inside of our final. God, I thought it was about to jump Steve Hannon. I was gonna just caster curse somebody
I was gonna
else.
say, yeah, another one. All right, yeah, but yeah, look at that. Excellent move done by Jamie.
Clean and smooth.
Oh yeah, textbook right there.
We didn't have a chance there. Definitely a huge gap up to Steve Hannon right now, who is. Oh, Mark Southgate off the track to the right. Is that a mistake?
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
caught it out just a little bit, but caught it right before it went to the barrier.
Yeah,
That's
good
really good.
save before he hit the barrier. I couldn't
that's
tell
really
if he was pulling off to toe or if he'd slid. Yeah, good catch from Mark Southgate. Can't really get away with a few more of those though. Daniel Polo is only 10 seconds behind him.
Yeah, as saw that he got a little too complacent with Jamie coming back behind him. He was able to lose so much time that Jamie caught up to him, even after having like a 9-second gap within about five laps, I think. So it's just really fast stuff.
While the cars are all spread out here, I think we're going to take a few minute break, and we will come back when we're getting a little closer to the race. We'll just leave the noise of these beautiful GT3 machines to melodies to your ears. All right, guys, we'll take a few minute break.
See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. Back to the round 6 of the Sim Racing experience. Right now, coming back aboard with Adam Southgate here, passing some traffic, trying to get past fast as he can, passing through them. But right now, we got Rui Pinero on the rear bumper of the BMW of Mark Southgate, because Mark, as you guys saw probably, actually had a little incident, so he lost a bit of time from Daniel, and now Rui was able to catch up. With Rui being able to catch up, this shovels the points a little bit towards Rui's favor against Daniel, I'm pretty sure, but still not enough to obviously go for. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
No, he's just pitted. I think you were just noticing Jamie Goodall. Yeah, Jamie Goodall has pitted early. Okay. I think just for his final pit stop. I'm assuming. Oh, we have Matt Dambrine here. Might have had an incident. Oh, McLaren.
That's good.
Excellent recovery from Matt.
Yeah, we've seen multiple people just spin off there from that grapple. Yeah. But yeah, a little bit of time lost to Leon. But Leon's actually 2.5. So
Leon is closing. So it is very close now.
Yeah, it really is. Also, really early pit stop from Jamie, actually.
Very early pit stop.
Yeah, so I don't know if that might cost him down the road, possibly.
He should make it all the way. He did not take tires, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Rui's
with the
pushing here.
Yeah, pit stop of actually 9 seconds, actually.
Just a splash and dash. Didn't need much to make the finish, probably. Only needs
I think so, yeah.
5 to 6 laps or so of fuel.
Yeah, so I think what he did was the really huge undercut, so that he doesn't have to deal with maybe traffic later down the road.
Right. You know what? And that's not a bad decision to make.
Adam Southgate with a spin.
Oh, Adam Southgate. We're going to jump
coming with the spin here.
Oh, he's going to get wrangled back up. He's going to get back on track.
Wow.
He's still ahead of the traffic. I don't know if he hit anything.
No, I don't think he did. No.
Off the track a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, he's able to pass
yeah, entry to turn 4 can be, or turn 5, excuse me, can be very, 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 very rough on that exit.
We've seen multiple cars make a mistake there, but yeah, he's lost probably like 2 seconds to Matt, so that's gonna help Matt a little bit. But yeah, definitely good recovery for sure. We've seen multiple people do full spins, but him doing able to do a little drift through the grass definitely helped him save a lot of time.
We are going to see a fight here between Leon Penn and Matt Dambrine, as Leon Penn has pulled himself within a second of Dambrine for that podium position in the pro category. We'll see how close this gets.
Yeah, if Leon can get this pass done, Dambrine, and finish P3, and if Karuna finishes P1, I'm pretty sure it won't be enough.
Yeah, even if Caruana wins the race, if Leon does not or finishes in that 3rd position, then it will be all over for Matt Caruana.
Yeah, but so far, it is still up for grabs, honestly, the championship. So
I'm surprised not to see Adam Southgate pit this lap. With it already kind of being a scuffed lap, I'm surprised he didn't want to come in and cool his tires down and kind of get a breather and go back out on track. But he may have made a decision based on not wanting to get caught up in traffic with some of the other drivers.
Yeah, I think what the driver's going to do is just really go to the last drops of fuel, pit, then have the splash and dash instead of seeing what Jamie did. But so far, Jamie's in last place, so we're really going to hope. I hope that with all the pit stops coming in, it's just hopefully he can make up the positions.
He's cycle himself back around, yeah.
Yep. Because as of right now, Rui actually has a championship.
Rui Pinheiro will move past Max Southgate here. So there will be a change there, but it is still not enough for Rui to win the championship if he does not stay in front of Jamie after the. Oh, Tristan Rosier here.
Tristan Rosier getting that turn again, once again.
Loop.
Yep, a little bit.
Good job wrangling it back up. He might have called it a day there, but a good run nonetheless. Good job keeping it on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still on track. I don't see him.
Still out on track, but
okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, just coming out the Schumacher
Here's the pass between Rui Pinheiro and Mark Southgate. Oh, little contact between them.
Wow, yeah, just forces him out really wide.
Yeah, very, very wide. That could actually have some implications. There is an incident to be kind of looked at after the race is over. So we'll see if this actually has major implications.
Who knows? That's actually, yeah, it's a good point because it might be even possibly post-race penalty could actually still change up a little bit. It looks like Adam Southgate getting past some traffic of Tristan Rozier on
Oh,
the
Matt Dambrine,
start
Leon Penn
finish.
moving to the inside left side of Matt Dambrine, going into. He's going to make the pass here, so Matt Dambrine will fall back to fourth. Leon Penn will take that third position away from Matt Dambrine. This is it's not a major thing now. Adam Southgate will, or Leon Penn will still win the championship one way or the other. But it does put him in a position where Matt Caruana, even with a win now, cannot take the championship away.
Yeah, it's still has not secured his championship yet. But Matt, and it looks like Tristan's actually got another adventure coming into turn 4.
He's just mowing the grass. That's all.
Yep. Oh yeah, Lamborghini making lawnmowers. So Mercedes.
Yeah. Now, they do make tractors. Lawnmowers wouldn't be that big.
That's true. They do used to make tractors.
They still make tractors. They still make.
Do they?
Incredibly, yeah, they do. They actually do.
Really?
Not the
I
same
don't know
division. It's not the same division, but Lamborghini tractors are still a thing. They are. I had to look at them because I live in Texas and we have a ranch, so having a tractor is important.
I
So
was
had
gonna
to
say you and your Texas
There's
probably
only
with that.
one dealer in the entire country, at least in North America. They are unacceptably expensive. Kind of like a normal Lamborghini. Not outrageously so. There are more expensive tractors in the market, but you are paying for the name for sure.
Interesting. Wow, interesting. We had Tristan actually just kind of not really sure what's going on with this shot. Little cameraman from the helicopter is really slacking off there.
I think he was trying to get out of the way of Rui.
Yeah, here's the thing. He comes to a complete stop. I don't think that's really safe, honestly. Like, watch. I was watching him a bit. And he comes to a
I'm
complete
not
stop.
sure about this decision and decides to go rolling again.
I mean, it's nice to let people by, but having complete stop, you're just an obstacle yourself there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, literally after this turn here as well, he actually goes off and hits the wall.
Oh, he does? Yeah. You see him
right here.
wide. Yeah.
Right there. Not sure how he can still pull it off. And it looks like he's pulling to the pits now.
Yeah.
Looks like he wants to get that. Yeah, he wants to get that damage repaired because early on in the race he did have the contact before.
Oh, Jimmy Goodall. Ooh-wee. Taking a little bit of chances there, trying to push. So we will see Rozier into the pits. We will see one final pit stop coming here in the next 5-ish to 10 minutes. And that should mark the final pit stop for the season for these drivers. It's going to be an important one.
Most definitely, yeah.
God, Adam Southgate's wide around that corner is so beautiful. Pinned right on the edge of that curbing.
I know, that's the issue as well. You can't get too complacent or move the line a little bit because we saw before you can have some trouble. Yeah. Also, got a little battle between Jamie Goodall and Mark Southgate here.
Yeah, he will move past Mark Southgate now. I don't believe Mark has pitted for his final stomp, so Jamie has definitely put the pedal down to kind of bring his pace back up.
Really good stuff,
and continuing to run away with it. 37-second lead over Daniel Pohl.
Yeah, when your Rui comes in for a pit stop, Jamie will pass Rui, and that should be the championship right there.
Well, we may see Rui delay it as long as he can. We have another replay here. Oh, okay. Jamie Goodall moving past Mark Southgate. Not a lot of fight there from Mark. I don't think he really sees the point. There's not much he can do there. It's not going to hold him back there for very long. So
yeah, maybe even fight for tires as well.
Yes. I mean, Daniel has opened up a gap on Rui, so I mean, it's obvious that the tires are making a difference. We're seeing even Adam Southgate starting to lose a little bit of time. It's a little under a second off of his fastest lap. So he may be taking it a little easier now that he knows he's got that 12-second gap. He's got the time.
Yeah, it looks like Tristan's got the V10 of that Lamborghini pointed the wrong way once again.
We talked about that Lamborghini being unruly at its best on its best day.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Getting big contact. Oh my gosh, terrible race for Tristan. Honestly, not really the type of result he really wants. Not really how the outcome is.
For sure.
Yeah, Team Boss is not gonna be happy with the damaged bills he's gonna have.
All millions and millions of dollars to put that Lamborghini back together.
Come down. It's not an F1 car.
It's the beauty. It's the beauty of carbon fiber. It doesn't really bend. It's kind of either breaks or it doesn't. So
Speaking of, I think, yeah, definitely. I think Lamborghini should come into F1. I think that'd be great. Even though they have no interest at all, but that'd be cool.
Lamborghini coming to F1 would just end up with an F1 car with like lasers, and it would break down like during the formation lap every single race for its entire time in Formula 1.
Oh my goodness!
Great.
Yeah.
It'd look fantastic, but come on.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, no, I heard today. I mean, in the Formula 1 news that Haas probably won't be a team. Probably won't be under Haas next year.
Correct. There is talk of Mazepin taking over the team, which I'm sure everybody is very excited about. The one thing everybody needed more of was Nikita Mazepin in Formula 1, having a guaranteed seat in Formula 1. That's the most exciting thing in news I've heard this year, actually. Probably in the last few years, and I got married last year, or a year and a half ago. So I think this might actually be more exciting. No.
Yeah, hopefully. But come back to race here. Looks like Jamie actually did pass Rui, but I think Rui had a type of incident that allowed Jamie and Mark to get by.
Oh well, we see Rui sitting against the back wall there.
Really?
Yeah, he backed into the wall. Yeah. Oh, big spin.
Oh, wow! Oh,
very
massive impact. He did not come to the pits either. That's the thing that's funny to me. He didn't come out of the pits. Maybe he did. I'm not sure. No, Rui did not go into pits. I have that massive shunt.
I see Rui kind of getting. Looks like he may have been saved by the gods of netcode there.
I really hope so. Yeah. I mean, it really looks like his car did not take any type of beating at all. It looks perfectly fine, actually. What the heck? iRacing. What is this?
Oh, the netcode gods giveth, and the netcode gods taketh away.
Oh, of course. You go over one bump on Le Mans, boom, floor damage.
Like a little bit of an off track there, right there behind Rui Pinheiro.
Yeah, I saw that a little bit. So that's not going to help him try to catch up to him.
So with the points shaking out as they currently stand, we will see Jamie Goodall jump to the lead of the points during this final race over Rui Pinheiro. He will hold second, at least in their current standings, but Daniel Pohl will bump up to third.
There we go. Get Rui going in inside.
Taking Mark Southgate there real quick. Leon Penn needs to move past these guys pretty quickly. He's got Matt Dambrine still breathing down his neck, only a couple of seconds back.
Yeah, also we got Adam Southgate going to the pits right now, actually, for his last and final fuel stop.
So
with 12 minutes remaining.
The top two right there, both making their final pit stops.
Yeah, most definitely Leon's will be coming in as well. All the people that pitted on lap 20 will come into the pits on lap 40.
Yeah, there we go. We'll see. Matt Dambrine, I think, is staying out this lap.
He is staying out, even though he did. Really last, yeah.
Yeah, the
last. I was gonna say, yeah, last second, because he definitely would have.
He will actually jump past Mark Southgate into the pit lane here. So Mark Southgate making himself out of the way as much as possible.
Ooh, yeah, really right in front of Adam Southgate here. We'll see if he lets him by pretty fast.
So Matt Caruana and Adam Southgate both out of their final pit stops. Rui is coming, or Adam's going to come out right behind Rui Pinheiro. We'll see what happens here. It's going to slow Adam up a little bit.
Yeah, Rui's not giving that position.
No, he's not going to move over for him, so we'll see.
So Adam's going inside of there.
He moves over now, yeah. He's going to move over there and let Adam through. So Adam's clear of traffic, it looks like, possibly for the rest of the race. Got about 6 laps to go. Matt Caruana will come out right at the same spot he was about. Leon Penn, Matt Dambrine still kind of on top of the other. Our AM lead, Steve Hannon, will be in the pits now. Daniel Pohl, I assume, will follow here shortly. He has been closing that gap up a lot, by the way. He's brought it down to about 42 seconds, down to about 33 seconds. So those fresh tires really are making a difference. I don't know if it'll be enough. I don't think so, but...
Yeah, not entirely sure either. But actually, this might give Jamie possibly the P2 position. Take from Daniel.
I think this will give Jamie back a P2 position. All that matters for Daniel Pohl now, at this point in the race, or at this point in the championship, is finishing in front of Mark Southgate. As long as he finishes in front of Mark Southgate, he will have his third position in the points secured, which would be a pretty exciting moment, I think, for the youngster. Finishing third in your league debut would be pretty cool for him.
Yeah. There you go.
Maybe
Daniel Goodall is passed.
Yep. Right as Daniel Cole comes out of the pits, Rui Pinheiro will go into the pits. So
it looks like, yeah, Jamie's undercut strategy from way early into the race helped him out a lot.
Yeah, it seems to give him a little bit of breathing room. We'll see if Daniel can run him down with under 10 minutes to go in the final race of the season for the Luxem 24 SRE Sim Racing Experience GT3 League.
No, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, really good stuff here. Rui coming out of the pits now after serving his fuel stop. So there you go. That's the shakedown of the pits. Everyone has pitted twice. And so far, my closest fight right now is going to be Matt right behind Leon.
So it looks like we are at the kind of closing stages of this race. Matt Dambride going to do everything he can to run down Leon Penn and get himself back up on that podium. But he's going to have a little bit of a challenge in front of him and only a few more laps to do it. Excuse me. Daniel Cole holding about 8 seconds off of Jamie Goodall, so he'll need to close, what is that, almost 2 seconds a lap? That's a lot of gap to close in the last 10 laps of a race. But we talked about tires being changed. That could be the difference here.
Maybe it's a possibility, but coming to the sun coming right above the horizon, a beautiful sunset over the Nurburgring here, with a temperature about 23 degrees. I think the racers will be finding that they have a little more grip and will be able to push a little more.
This is cooling down a little bit. We'll have that bit more of contact with the asphalt. Pace difference between the pros and the AMs is pretty obvious, but Ped and Dambride back and forth a little bit. So over the last 3 laps, they've been pretty much a wash. So we'll see if Dambride can continue closing on Leon Penn at all. Only about 3 seconds between them.
Yeah, hopefully you can see if you can really get to it. Yeah, Leon about 33 seconds from the top spot. It's not going to matter because only thing that matters is that championship standings. So right now, really good stuff coming out of him.
Yeah, we are closing in on this series right now as the finishers stand. If nothing changes, Leon Penn will be your overall and Pro Series champion for the Sim Racing Experience League. Matt Caruana will be pulling up a close second. It might actually... Now, here's something interesting. Following this race, if Adam Southgate still wins, if Adam Southgate holds where he is with the 3 points for a normal finish doubled, Adam Southgate will jump Matt Caruana in the points by 1 point.
Okay, yeah, because...
It will come down to a single point between the two of them.
Wow.
So Adam Southgate will go from 14 points behind to 4 points behind. So the top 3 will be spread out by less than 5 points in the final race. As for the AM side, Sergio Vera did not complete this race, did not start this race, so he will not be
very unfortunate
at the top. Yeah, very unfortunate for him, so hopefully everything's all right. Rui Pinheiro will be your provisional leader going into the race. But with this finishing positions currently, Jamie Goodall will be your champion, Rui Pinheiro will be finishing second, and Daniel Cole will be finishing third in the AM side as well. Now, I just want to make a point. The race is still going on. This is, the actual race itself. The championship is important, but I mentioned Daniel Cole needed to make up 2 seconds to Jamie Goodall every single lap to catch him before the end of the race. Daniel Cole caught Jamie Goodall by almost 2 seconds last lap. So at his current pace, he will catch up to Daniel in these final laps.
If Jamie didn't...
Daniel will catch up to Jamie, excuse me.
Yeah, if Jamie didn't have any type of a mistake last lap. But
maybe it is onto the back of Jamie Goodall here.
Yeah, maybe it's possibly a pace fall off, but who knows?
Like we mentioned, Daniel took tires. Jamie did not take tires. He's going to be pushed wide here. Adam's going to squeeze underneath him. That's a little bit more time lost for Jamie. Something he really didn't need. It's going to be close here for Daniel to try and make up this second place.
Yeah, about 4.5 to Jamie here. Jamie's really got to try to try to keep in. There he is in the background.
Yeah, you can see Daniel is coming. That bright red and blue Lamborghini.
Yep. And see if we can make a pace.
That is a very bright paint scheme. You can see him from miles away. In a world of silvers and blacks and
it is
colors, it is a nice change of pace.
I like to say it is simple, but it really gets the job done. Saying, "Hey, this is me." It really gets his foot in the door. Honestly. We got Tristan coming to the pits. Will this be last time for him, possibly?
Probably going to be the final stop for him. So we'll see
Or is
here
this,
in a moment.
I think, actually, was this a drive-through?
Once again, Daniel Pohl clipped 2.2 seconds off of his time.
Wow. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, Rosie may have had a drive-through for incidents or something like that.
Yeah, that's my
Daniel
guess.
Pohl continuing to close the gap onto Jamie Goodall. It might be enough at this pace. It might actually be enough. He's got 3 or so laps to do it, and 4 seconds to make up.
Honestly, I kind of want to give an honorable mention to Tristan Rozier. He's had a really terrible race. Honestly, really bad. Many incidents, many spin-offs, but last place. But the greatest thing is, he's still here. That's the thing. He is still here. He decided to dedicate himself, finish the race, finish the championship off with a bang there. So even though it won't matter in the points, it will still matter for his own personal enjoyment. And I think that's really awesome that he wants to finish this and not just quit.
Absolutely. Dedication is important. These endurance races, especially the Nurburgring, not the GP normally, but the N24 is noted as being one of the most grueling events. And so doing a 90-minute race around the GP circuit, be it a little bit easier, still 90 minutes is a long time on one of these race cars. So
yeah, the Nordschleife is called the Green Hell for a reason. Yeah. So definitely, yeah. I'm excited to see how you guys will do during the weekend.
I'm not. No, we're excited. This is the toughest event of the year, so for us it's just going to be finishing. Which honestly, at a track like this, that might be a good finish one way or the other.
Most definitely, yeah.
So
yeah,
under 3 minutes to go. We're looking at probably 2 laps left following this one, or 1 lap after this one. So again, almost 2 seconds off of Jamie Goodall's gap, right there. About 1.8 seconds, so he is getting that bit closer. Adam Southgate should get the white flag coming around this time. Can we see the gap between Daniel and Jamie here? There we go.
There you go, wow.
So the gap between the two of them is only 1.8 seconds and falling quickly. 1.7, 1.6, so it is definitely closing. I think, I'm going to say this, I think that the tire change that Daniel Pohl did is the difference here.
Yeah, I think it really worked out, honestly.
I think that decision to take tires has given Daniel Pohl a huge grip advantage here at the final end of this race. This is a long race on one set of tires for these
that was interesting,
cars.
Yeah. Now here's the thing as well. Adam has a big enough gap to actually slow down. Probably I think the 5 seconds that he needs to, if he wants, he can finish his race on this lap. But knowing Adam, he probably will keep on pushing until, he keep on going. So I think we're gonna see another lap of this race because so far.
No, I don't think because even if you cross the line, following the timer's countdown.
Is it depending on the last lap?
It's when the white flag is given.
Okay.
So it's not the last lap until the white flag.
Yeah, okay. All right, I see what you mean.
So no matter what, we will go at least 1 more lap. He should get the white flag here. Adam Southgate should get the white flag coming across the line here. But right now, Jamie Goodall has a very, very bright red and blue Lamborghini right up underneath him with a final lap here at Nurburgring GP for the SRE GT3 lead. It's closing. Jamie has Daniel all of the backbone.
Wow, look at this.
What a
Final
send!
lap. Final lap antics here. Holy cow.
Daniel's looking to the inside. He's looking to the inside. He's not going to be able to make a move there. That's all right. He's still got some time here, but this is going to be very, very close. We're in the final lap.
Jesus Christ. Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton
Yeah,
here.
this is some very, very, very tight racing. We're going to see a big run. Right here, Daniel Pohl looking, he's so close.
So close. I think he's definitely going to be trying to go possibly after... he's got to keep it clean. He hit that curb pretty hard. He's got to keep it clean.
He did hit that curb. He's going to be all right.
Yeah, maybe coming to the carousel
We're
possibly.
going to see Jamie almost off the track. I think Daniel may have gotten out of the throttle for fear of Jamie spinning.
Yeah,
he's got all the time in the world to make this move. Adam Southgate's probably going to be coming around here pretty soon. It looks like the Pro Series has been decided, but second place in AM is still very hotly contested.
Wow, good stuff.
See a little bit of a gap open up here. But if Daniel can get a really good run through this next sector.
Yeah, this the draft coming off from the back straight.
I think a lockup from Daniel.
Oh, no.
That may cost him his chance at Jamie.
That's going to cost him his position.
I think that might be it for Daniel. There's a big gap now. Mark Southgate in front of them probably won't be a problem for them.
Yeah, I think that'll be it. Also, let's go back on board to Adam Southgate. He coming out of the last turn, coming into the start-finish straight, happy with his performance, finally winning a race.
Adam Southgate will win the final race of the season for the SRE GT3 League. Great run from him, showing that Ford still is relevant in the modern day.
Here we go. We got Jamie Goodall and Daniel Pohl right behind him with
Daniel Pohl will finish on the podium. Still a good finish, but a very, very tight final lap. Jamie Goodall will be your AM champion. Leon Penn coming across the line here momentarily will be your pro champion and your overall champion here in the Sim Racing Experience League, presented by Lexim24.
He comes over the line right now. He's happy with his result.
Yeah.
He's glad.
He knows he just needed to finish this race, and he did a great job of doing that. So congratulations to both of them. Congratulations to Adam Southgate for his win today. Great job to everybody who came out. We're happy to see the race ended in such an exciting manner. Very, very good, just final exciting lap. After a quiet race. 90 minutes is a long time, so a quiet race overall. That final lap with Daniel Pohl, Jamie Goodall, very good run. Great job from him. He will take the third place in the final championship as well. Steve Hannon's going to be the last one to cross the line. He will take the win in the AM division here in the race. Jamie Goodall will be your overall champion, with Rui Pinheiro finishing second, Daniel Pohl finishing third in the points. Adam Southgate, your winner in today's race.
Good stuff, yeah. Oh, we got Steve Hannon coming in, last trooper to come across the line, coming in the last corner.
Steve Hannon was the last car on the lap. He will cross the line, finish the race.
He doesn't care. There you go. Actually, yeah, the AM class leader, actually, with the win for AM. So really good points for him, but yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That is a very exciting final run. We're probably not going to do any interviews today, but a great run from everybody overall. Final championship points, it will be Leon Penn with the Pro Championship win. There was only a very narrow gap for Matt Caruana to win this. So solid run from him. AM champion will be Jamie Goodall. That'll be the end of it, guys. Congratulations to all of the drivers. Congratulations to our race winners. Congratulations to our race champion or series champions. This is the Lexim24 Sim Racing Experience GT3 League broadcast here on Race 2 Ravens TV. My name is Gavin Boyette. I'm here with David Pena. We have JR in the booth and Spencer in the booth. I want to thank everybody for watching. David, did you have anything else to add?
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you, Lexim24, for hosting us, for us to Raven TV to be able to host our first league, actually. So it's been a great run. We've figured out so many things. We've learned so many things broadcasting. So thanks to you guys. We've learned a lot throughout our journey, and we really hope that we can improve. But yeah, really good championship season, really good overall. But yeah, I was really excited to see what happened, and yeah, there it is, the finishing stages of the season. So yeah, thank you guys again for having us. And we really had a blast.
Agreed. Thank you, David. Guys, thank you all so much for watching with Rui Pinheiro on the front. Great finish for the race. thank everybody for watching, and I think we're going to check out now.
Bye, everyone.